The Democratic Unionist Ian Paisley could be the first MP to lose his seat under legislation introduced by the former coalition government in the wake of the MP's expenses scandal. The first recall petition, which could see a by-election held in North Antrim, has opened. It comes after the Democratic Unionist MP Ian Paisley was suspended from the House of Commons for 30 days after he failed to register 2 family holidays that were paid for by the Sri Lankan government. Mr Paisley had already apologised for what he said was his unintentional failure to register the hospitality, which he estimated was worth £50,000. The petition will be open for 6 weeks. Let's go to our Ireland correspondent, Emma Vardy. She's in Ballymoney for us. So, Emma, tell us more about how this is going to work.
Well, yeah, this is a first in UK politics because, as you say, the rules to recall MPs came in the Recall of MPs Act in 2015. Essentially, if an MP is guilty of serious misconduct, then their future can be put to a public vote, to a vote of their constituents. So what will happen here over the next 6 weeks is this petition here and at 2 other locations will be open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. Anyone on the electoral roll in the North Antrim constituency can come in and can sign it. And if after 6 weeks 10% of the electorate of this constituency have signed that petition, that will force Ian Paisley to stand down. It will mean there will be a by-election. But he is still free to stand in that by-election if it comes about. And he has already made it clear that if it comes to that, he will continue to fight to keep his Westminster seat.
And it's just 10% of the electorate, which is about 7,500 people who've got to sign in order to trigger a by-election.
Yeah, that's right. The magic number, 7,543 signatures is what is needed. But it's worth pointing out, Ian Paisley has a very healthy majority here. He retained his seat in 2017 with 58% of the vote in the general election then. But Sinn Féin, the Nationalist Party here, well, they will be campaigning hard to get people out to sign this petition. They were just speaking on the steps here just now. And the way they're pitching it is to say, look, this isn't necessarily a political issue between nationalist or unionist parties or whatever you think of the party policies. They're pitching this as a moral issue, saying, look, people deserve more from their politicians. So if you disagree with the morality of what Ian Paisley has done, which was to take those luxury holidays at the expense of the Sri Lankan government and not declare them, they're saying, well, come and sign this petition, trying to take it away from party politics and put the emphasis on the sort of ethics and morality and the standards that we expect from our politicians.
And so the petition has opened. It'll be open for 6 days. Have there been many signatures so far?
It's hard to tell. I mean, this is a leisure centre, so you've got mums taking their kids in for swimming lessons and, 1 or 2 others that we see who are clearly going in to sign the petition. But, of course, it's governed quite strictly because there needs to be, if you like, anonymity for people who come in to sign this petition. It's not quite like a general election where you have polling stations and people going into those polling stations can tick different parties on the ballot paper. In this, if you're coming in to sign this petition, well, it's because you've made the decision that you want Ian Paisley to stand down. So there has to be a bit of protection and privacy for people who are coming in to sign these petitions. And of course, it's all being looked after quite tightly because it's the very first time that the electoral office in Northern Ireland or anywhere has had to organise a recall petition like this. So a bit of a sort of experiment, if you like, for those people who are running it for the very first time, seeing how it plays out, and a first for UK parliamentary history.
OK, well, it's open for 6 weeks. Emma, thank you very much. Just before